All right, so it looks like product was down year over year for Microsoft. Services was up. Services company now. Margins are really good. Using Mac key bindings because I use Mac at work. Wow, cost control is really good too. Microsoft's killing it. Very curious about their relationship with OpenAI. It doesn't seem too healthy. So 8% revenue growth in the quarter, really solid. Let's see if there's a constant currency, 10% constant currency. So they've had, on an average basis at least, double-digit constant currency revenue growth for a company that has $200 billion in revenue. It's amazing, isn't it? Isn't it? They always say it's hard to grow, you know, the larger you get, but for Microsoft it seems almost like an asset. Although they've had some revenue growth from acquisitions, and they'll have some more when Activision closes. I'm so happy Activision's going to close. Shout out to my amazing friend Lulu, who's running that company like a boss. Next to Sheryl Sandberg, she's probably one of the most impressive women executives in tech, and Amy, the CFO of Microsoft, another incredible one. Glad to see women succeeding in the biggest leagues in corporate America. Look at the PP&E additions from Microsoft. Yeah, Lulu Cheng, who's the COO of Activision. Yeah, no shout out to the FTC. Activision, Microsoft beating the shit out of the FTC. Pa. We have brown switches here, but yeah, look at the Microsoft PP&E. That Microsoft has put $20 billion into capex over the last year. If you think about that, they've invested more capital in machines, just computers. Right? Just graphics chips, servers, stuff like that. Than like the entire venture community. Amazing. Then the entire venture community has put into startups in the last 12 months. I think Microsoft has put more money into NVIDIA chips. Shout out to Lena Khan for being terrible at her job. You gotta love that when Congress criticized Lena Khan, and they were like, you know, the FTC has not won a single case. And Lena Khan was like, that's not true. We beat Martin Shkreli. I was like, God damn. Like, you lost to Microsoft, Google, Amazon. She's like, yeah, but we beat Shkreli. Man. Shut that shit up. Shut up. Shut up, kitty. I don't like you no more. I'm going to put you in the stove. Shut up. I've been streaming less because I've been just working really hard. I don't think Michael Burry, or whatever his name is, Matt Burry, is really that relevant. There's a lot more important people in the stock market than Burry. I mean, Steve Cohen, Chase Coleman, George Soros, Ray Dalio. I don't know if you heard of these people. Shut up, kitty. No, you shut up. No, you shut up. Shut up. You're not my friend. I don't care. I'm going to stay home all day because I don't love you no more.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna go to work all day. I'm never gonna see you again. Yeah, I'm just gonna see you for 20 minutes, then I'm gonna go to sleep. You're gonna be lonely. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah. Oh, you want to sit down next to me and be my friend? I want to show you guys her best friend. It's this little stuffed animal. We call it Pinky. This, my friends, is Pinky. This is Nibble's best friend. It's a little mousy. And sometimes I pretend it's alive. And you throw it. And she gets it, and then brings it back. Very loyally and faithfully. That is how Pinky works. Pinky. Oh, hello. Is that Pinky over there? Here, you want to chase? You want to chase Pinky? Oh, let's go. So yeah, we were talking about Sam Bankman today, and how he's going to handle prison. He's not really built for tough, but you know. Where are you taking Pinky? Are you playing with Pinky in the shower? What are you doing? That's your friend? Yeah, that's your friend. Yeah, what? You're wrestling with Pinky? Mm-hmm. That's your friend? You take Pinky everywhere you go? I know you do. I know that's your friend. I love you too. I love you too. Yeah, I love you too. Alright. Yeah, I think he's going to go to maximum security. Sports. He's got to learn everything about sports, specifically basketball. Got to know everything about basketball. Got to know everything about rap music. Because those boys inside, that's what they like. That's what they care about. You know? And then you also got to learn some Spanish stuff. You got to learn all the Spanish words. You got to learn, you know, you got to learn some humor. You got to be funny. You got to be charming. Yeah, if somebody asks if you like 21 Savage, you say, I fucks with it. Yeah, I fucks with it. That's what you say. And some Spanish dude comes up to you, you say, Dime hombre, ay, ay. You gotta fucking go with the flow. Yo soy perro grande. That's what you say. They call me El Chapo Blanco, White Chapo. And you gotta make you got a mean mug. You know? Then you gotta switch quickly to the black culture. It's not a game. Can't pay your way out of prison, pendejo. There's not too many Jews in the prison system. That's not true. There are a couple. There was about 4 or 5 Jewish guys in my last spot, and look, they ran a cart. Nothing different about it. There's one big dude from Canada. Yeah,
Yeah, a whole bunch of guys. Food in prison's not so good. Blackjack's a very weird game. Sure, I played EverQuest. Maricón. I don't smoke. I've never smoked cigarettes. I know who Nick Fuentes is. I don't have a strong opinion on him. Seems like he says a lot of stuff that you shouldn't say. I do have MP3s, Flax, all that. I need some water. I've been like dehydrated. I've never smoked weed either. Smoking is banned in prisons, but people still do it. A lot of things are banned in prison, but they're still done. Banned? My dude, we're criminals here. You cannot ban the snowman. A little Young Jeezy reference. I fucks with it. I think he might get life. I think it's a 50-50. I hope he doesn't get life. I don't wish jail on anyone, you know what I mean? I understand some people think it's like good for various reasons. You know, functioning society has to have laws. I get that. But homie, don't play that. I don't really trust the law, you know what I mean? I don't really trust it. I don't think he'll have to fight, but I think he might have issues if he moves wrong, if he moves funny style. There are steroids in prison. It's so funny. I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet, but I did hear Gordala's in it. He's not getting a camp. Hell no. If he gets a camp, he did that. He fucking did that. Funny style is when you move the wrong way. Funny style means you're not doing it right. If he gets FTX tattoo on his chest, and you know my friend Matillo, he will do that shit for two books of stamps. That's 24 stamps. FTX. I think there is a chance he gets sexually assaulted in prison, which I just want to say that, nobody should make light of that. You know, that's a really terrible, kind of disgusting thing. I hope that nobody ever gets sexually assaulted. You know, it's subhuman. That's not a punishment that anyone deserves. But I do think, unfortunately, it does happen at the penitentiary. But you can only get to the penitentiary if you have like 25, 30-year sentence. I think maybe even with 20 you can get up there, but you have to be younger. But yeah, that's kind of where that stuff happens. At the lows and the camps, that never happens. There's enough gay people in prison that, plenty of gay people, just like anywhere else. So, but at the higher level security, man, I'm just, I'm lucky that I got a relatively low sentence, because the sentences are arbitrary. I could have gotten 20 years. I don't know what I would have done, The only way out of that kind of shenanigans at those higher level prisons is you have to become a white supremacist, basically. The pen is a form of the prison. It's the highest level. The penitentiary is the highest level. It's the worst prison. It's the highest level. You can't really pay people for protection at the highest level, because they don't really play that. At the highest level, it's like kill or be killed. I mean, it's about all this like amorphous stuff, like respect. So like, I hate to say this, he's Jewish, which does not bode well.
people in these penitentiaries are crazy. You have to understand, these are the worst criminals in the federal system, which is the interstate commerce system. The worst of the worst. Of the worst. Like, you know, these are the craziest people alive. Look, some of them are actually wrongfully in there. I had a friend who was in a pen, and he got life sentence for drug dealing. First time offense. And he got marked down to 30 years. And I met him, and we used to work out a little bit together. And just shoot the shit. And he was a great friend. Duke Tanner, he's a boxer. You can check him out online. And Duke then got a commutation. He got his sentence. He got set free by Donald Trump. And he went to go see the. He went to go meet Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump. It was pretty cool. White supremacy at the penitentiary system. The white supremacists kind of own anybody who's white. So this happened to Ross Ulbricht. This happened to many other people, where you know you just basically have to listen to them unless you want to fight them, which I wouldn't advise. There is a prison with dogs that you get to have. I'm so glad you asked that, TWAE. And there's, at the prison I was at, Fort Dix, there are cats. You're not allowed to bring them into your living quarters, but yes, there are technically cats. Yeah, I see Vivek is doing well. I'm really happy for him. Yeah, Ross from Silk Road. There's no prison with horses, as far as I know. Yeah, that's right, Rashawn. You can write in prison, sure. I was friends with everyone. You know, there wasn't a group of prisoners that I wasn't friends with. I got along with everyone. How can I go on a date with Tiffany Gomez? I'm asking the same question. Shit. There were trans people in prison as well. I actually defended one. I had to sort of help people understand the way the world works on the outside. There's a lot of people that really wouldn't condone a trans prisoner, and I sort of asked them to think a little bit more broadly that's even if you don't agree that people can be trans, which is fine, a lot of people out there do. And if you want to succeed in society, you just kind of have to accept that. So I don't think prison really rehabilitated me. I didn't join one of the white gangs in prison because for several reasons. One, I didn't have to. I was in a low security prison. But two, I don't have the same beliefs as the white gangs do. I believe that we're all created equal, and white people, black people, Asian people, we all have the same potential. We're all endowed by our Creator with the same possibilities, the same goals, the same hopes and dreams. I don't have any room for racism in my heart. And I think a lot of these ideologies, they're kind of forced on people. Because I actually used to see white supremacist guys who would use behind closed doors, would use the N-word, hard R. And then they'd be like hanging out with a black dude, and they'd be like, huh. So they're N-words in private, but, huh. Oh, no, he's all right. He all right. Don't worry about that. Like, Hispanic people are a third of the prison population, and I got along with my vatos, my boys. They were cool as hell. It's fact, the Hispanics are the coolest guys in prison. They leave everybody alone. They don't want it with anybody. They don't care. They're just chilling. But if you want to get down with them, they'll get down. I wouldn't do that. You want to go to war? I want to go to war with them. They're very serious. How is Donald Trump gonna do prison is the question. I'm like gonna be the expert in all this shit. I have a friend who's very high up in the criminal justice system, and he told me there's no doubt that Trump's gonna have to do time. He's looking at 4 indictments. 4? 4? This is the greatest that ever did it. That man is the GOAT. He's the fucking GOAT. Now, you know how many mob bosses, drug dealers, heads of the indictment I met? You think that anybody ever has had 4 cases at once with different charges? 4 A, B, C, D different charges? When has that ever happened in the history of crime? This man has Al Capone beat. This man has John Gotti beat. 4 fucking indictments. Stormy Daniels, election interference, stealing documents. Yeah, I did that. Jan 6th on top, everything. Crime after crime after crime after crime. 4 Pete. The greatest. And you know what? I shouldn't even say this. I shouldn't even say this because I know you bitches culeros are watching and recording this. I heard there might be 5. That's right. A 5th one coming. 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th. Another one. A 5th criminal charge possible. That's right. Can you believe it? For what? I can't tell you. Now I'm going to get in trouble. But yes, my resources, my contacts say it's possible that we see 5. 5 criminal arrests and indictments of the president. And after a while, it's just like, yeah, go ahead, arrest me. I'm a pro. I know how to do this. You need the fingerprints. You need the mugshot, okay? No problem. You know, what's crazy is John Gotti himself, the mob boss who ran New York City, was indicted 4 times. Over 50 years. This man got indicted 4 times in a month. He's not even done yet. Imagine if he becomes president again. He's going to pardon himself 3 times. You can't pardon yourself on a state charge. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And then he's going to do his presidency. He's going to get out and they're going to indict him over and over again. I don't know what to say. He's speed running this shit. When God forbid the president passes away, I feel bad for any president. I salute every president, even the Democrats. When one day he will pass away, I pray it'll be when he's 150, and he swims up to heaven, which I don't believe in, and he meets Al Capone and John Gotti, and they're sitting down playing poker in heaven. He says, yeah, you guys are a bunch of pussies. I was like, what? I got indicted 4 times, and I was the president. And Tupac's there too, and he's like, feel me. Heaven, hell, whatever. Yeah, we're looking at Microsoft real quick. Yeah, I'm on a roll. Microsoft had a great quarter. I'm very curious about how they describe their relationship with OpenAI. I need to go grab another 10Q, but the way they define, Microsoft has like the worst financial reporting where they don't really define their business units very effectively. It's a little frustrating. They have something called Intelligent Cloud, but there's a second cloud business that lives inside of productivity and business, so it's pretty annoying. You know what was also really annoying? Chrome. Somebody needs to fix this shit. All right, let's look at the Q2 results for Google. Yeah, pretty solid. They've been slowing for a while, as you can see, and they finally, well, had a little bit of a pickup to 9%.
I wouldn't fight Zuck or Elon. I'm 5'9". Zuck is Zuck's kind of a beast now. He loves fighting. All right, so Google had a pretty big reduction in force here. You can see that they, for the first time ever probably, had a huge sequential decline in workforce from 191,000 to 182,000. They should get even skinnier than that. I think they have at least 50,000 people too many. They have a new product coming out called Gemini that might change the world. I don't think less workers is a bullish sign, but the Gemini product is the fusion of DeepMind and Google. That's the Gemini, the twins, making one LLM. But I think Google's still going to fuck it up. I think it's going to be a great LLM, but I just think it's going to be a shitty launch. Okay, so YouTube had a good quarter for once. 7.7 billion, 8% growth or so, pretty good. Google search, again, pretty solid quarter. The traffic for OpenAI just isn't that significant. I actually want to show you guys a secret spreadsheet called websites. It's got a lot of proprietary data here. The number of user minutes. All right, I want you to gather this up for a second. Let's actually do a little. Let's do some crazy analysis here real quick. All right. I'm going to add up a select group of websites. Let's say up to here. 27 top websites. The number of user minutes. $78 million users, 10 minutes each. That's 824 billion user minutes. Do I have that right? So 2 trillion user minutes of time spent on these websites. Sorry if my face is in the way. So yeah, 2 trillion minutes spent by users of these 27 top websites, all names you know. A couple of odd sites in there as well. And if you add up Google properties, right? These are 2 Google properties. I think that's it in this list. Yeah, okay. Google has 72% market share of the time spent on the internet. Think about how crazy that is for the top 27 sites at least. If I move this lower, this sum to say here, it still only drops to 74%. So it's kind of crazy how much time Google has. Now let's calculate Facebook. Only 10%. That's Meta. Now let's calculate, well, there's Twitter. I think Twitter is going to go public soon, and they're going to call themselves X. All right, Reddit, Discord. Okay, so Microsoft also. Let's see, just do Microsoft real quick. Microsoft has Office, LinkedIn, Microsoft Online, Live, a whole bunch of these little ones. Bing. And Microsoft.com. And that doesn't even add up to 2%. Now let's look at OpenAI, which is all the way down here somewhere. OpenAI has 6 billion minutes, so 6371. So a lot of people think that OpenAI and Bing are going to be competitive with AI in general if the landscape's going to shift.
Think about how dominant Google is, right? 64% of the top 200 websites' attention goes to Google. If you combine all of these companies, Meta, Twitter, X, Microsoft, and OpenAI, it's not even a fourth of Google. So, pretty crazy stuff. It's not just you, Nick. I am getting pudgy. So yeah, it's a really wild. I need some weight loss tips. I need to start moving.